Yo, cock-a-doodle-doo. That's my neighbours here in the Iquitos in Peru. They cock-a-doodle-doo every couple of minutes, and this is quite nice actually. I don't know if it's going to get frustrating after 3 months, but we'll soon see. Anyway, in this video I wanted to talk about intentions and how important intentions are, and how when you set the right intentions and you really kind of put your focus into something, they have the strangest way of showing up and actually gaining that which you intended to gain, or which you intended to see, or which you intended to learn. So for me personally, I've been looking into like the balance of masculinity and femininity. In early kind of times of my journey, I thought I was pretty balanced in both areas, and it's only upon reading a lot of material and going in deep that you realise, well, this is quite a complex and deep subject, and takes quite a lot of work. It's like if you think of the Hermeticists and the alchemists, that's what the goal is. The balancing of the masculine and feminine energy. So these people will dedicate their entire lives to this kind of stuff. And some of them never really found out what it was they were searching for. So I think it was pretty naive of me back in the day to think that I was fully balanced and all this kind of stuff. But truth be told, we're all on a journey and trying to learn more about ourselves and trying to move forward. And that's been my intention of recent times, is to understand duality, to to understand the mind, body and spirit balance, and like the merging of energies and all that kind of stuff. So that was really my goal of recent times, was to try and, let me shut this window so they can stop cock-a-doodle-doing. So that was really my goal of recent times, to try and balance them energies. And I think I had quite an unhealthy masculine energy back in the day. I was very macho man, let's go and have fights and act a fool and all that kind of stuff, and I stepped into that, and then it wasn't until recently I kind of stepped out of that and stepped into more feminine kind of caregiving energies, and really spent a lot of time, I had some plant medicine which had feminine properties, and it took me a while to realise that I was actually stepping into the more feminine side, and I didn't actually realise it wasn't a conscious choice. I just kind of done it, and then as of recent times I decided that okay, now it's time to step back into the masculinity, but in a healthier way, not just not in that macho kind of way that I was before, So that's really what my intentions have been, and I'm still kind of getting to grips with what it actually means and understanding it. But as I said, that was my intention for coming to Iquitos. Month 1 was about stepping into the masculine, getting structured, and because if you think of like masculine as straight lines and boxed up and all that kind of stuff, you can kind of see like how that it's like structure and just getting stuff done and just doing it, and like I suppose the more feminine qualities is the creative flair that goes inside of that. So this first month is about stepping into that masculine energy and just doing it, and just getting on whatever with whatever needs to be done, like getting into good routine, all that kind of stuff. And then month 2, I'm hoping it's going to be, I'm going to go with the flow, not be too structured, but I'm going to a very feminine retreat centre, and I'm going to be like of service. I'm going to be volunteering there, so it's called the Rainforest Healing Centre, by the way. Just they're incredible. I've been there before. It's the second time I'm going. Absolutely amazing space. I'll put a link below, but for anyone who kind of likes the idea of visiting. But yeah, I'm going to be like more of service and stepping into the more feminine kind of side. And then I'm hoping the last month's going to be about like merging the energies and understanding like a balance between the two, and trying to work out some kind of balance within the energies, and because it's not one or the other, it's not yin or yang, but I think sometimes you have to step into one extreme and then into the other extreme to be able to come and bring them two extremes together. Anyway, the point I was going to make is the intention of that is was what I set, you know, and you know, when I've been going to bed and stuff, I've been like setting intentions to like kind of understand that. And last night I had like the most incredible dreams. It's the first time I've remembered my dreams so clearly in a very long time. I've only been here a couple of days, and they really kind of brought to light some of my issues with masculinity, and like speaking in metaphors, you know, like so it was really interesting to get that and be able to translate it and reflect on it and go, okay, I've set this intention, now they're showing me some of my judgments and some of my beliefs, and you know, really kind of putting it in my face and saying, okay, you want it, here it is, kind of thing. And it's funny because it's been really strange first few days here, you know, like there's been a lot of like having to step up and just get on with things, and really kind of like it's been testing of the more masculine energies. It's been like, okay, you know, like people trying to hustle you, you know, and you got to like, no, I'm okay, thank you. And people also I've had like a lot of things that I just needed to get done, like I had to go to the doctors and all this kind of stuff, which was a real kind of inconvenience getting here. And you know, I've lost my bank card, and you know, it's kind of like, oh my god, I got no money, like what am I going to do? But it's like, who cares, man? I always survive, man. Like it's, you know, like it is what it is. So it was kind of like stepping up and having to just deal with things that needed to be dealt with, you know, which was good. And so I suppose my point is intention, and like if you tune in and you think of your intention, these birds are going crazy out here. You tune in and you really like set your intentions to your highest self, your highest purpose, like what it is that matters to you, what is the significant to you. You'll be guided, you'll be shown the path, you know, you'll really, like, it is hard work, this life, you know, it's hard work, but it's hard work if you decide to follow your dreams, or if you decide to work in like a crappy little place that you have no love or interest with, like that's harder, that's just as hard, you know, like life is difficult, you know, like it's a journey, and it is that no matter which path you choose, so you may as well choose the one that serves you best. Okay, that's it for this video. You can check me out at truththeory.com for my writing, potentialchange.com for a lot of my other stuff. Yeah, and I'm really happy to be here doing all this stuff and being able to chat with you guys. Yeah, much love to you. I'll speak to you very soon. Sorry, that wasn't very masculine, was it? See you soon.